So here's the back of the Parksville train station. Not much going on these days. There's a pottery studio business. Okay, north, there's the relocated water tower. And the junction to Port Alberni Subdivision is through there. Port Alberni Subdivision to the left. And then Victoria Subdivision to the right. The siding here has two siding tracks and the main line. As with all the Via rail stations on Vancouver Island, it's a weird limbo thing where it's still set up where it looks like a train station with a lot of the signage, but no trains since 2011, I think, was the year for the Via Dayliner. And the last freight train, occasional one, was I think in 2013. McBride Junction. That's the original name for this settlement, later known as Parksville. No trains today. It's the freight shed door. Sign says 1910 to 2010, so I'm guessing 1910 is when the E&N Railway was extended. "100 years of service," and it ended up being 101 years of service. Walk down the main line here, go down to the end of the rail yard to the last switch, and then come on back with the sun at my back. Here's a spot where equipment could be offloaded or high rails be unloaded onto the rail line. This siding was used before freight stopped on this area of the island. Cars full of, I'll get this wrong, I think it had something to do with dust control, chemicals or some sort of solution in tank cars, was stored here on the siding and then transloaded onto trucks for use by I'm assuming Department of Highways for various gravel roads or something like that. I've seen photos from the fabulous Chris Medland collection. Here's a few rails. I'm walking south. If I kept walking, I'd get to the Englishman River Bridge. But this here is my turnaround point. I just wanted to see the extent of the rail yard at Parksville Junction. And there it is. I always find these turnouts really fascinating. Just, you know, sorting out how it would work if the switch was open one way versus another way, and what the various parts are for, such as the frog coming up and the guardrail here. And it does make sense, but my non-rail mind has to really think it through pretty carefully, and then it's like, okay, I get it, I think. And here comes the second switch. A blazing sun behind me, lighting things up. Yard switch is just a little guy. And here we go. There's what I think is called the frog on this part. Here are the derails. Covered with muck. And here's the little switch. So I'm in the track that goes to Courtenay, and the one on the left goes to Port Alberni. Straight down the Courtenay track, Victoria Subdivision. And there's a number of sidings on the other side of the old Alberni Highway here. And now I'm on the Port Alberni track. And here's the switch for the rail yard. And here's the frog. And on the parking lot side, here's the pickup door for the freight shed for customers dropping off or picking up.